Welcome back, everyone. Last time on Beginning of the End, all three of you went to check out the spooky abandoned house that Orcris had located in the Crown, where Other seems to perhaps be up to something or other. Oh! Wither wandered off from guard duty and met two teens hanging out doing secret illegal things behind a bush, and I just realized not the way that sounds like it might mean, because they're brother and sister. But
I don't know, drugs or something. Who cares?
Yeah, it could be drugs. You don't know. And Wither spent some time talking to Far, who was just as delightful and personable as she ever is. And Wither drew surprising profundity from this interaction with a teenage girl. Meanwhile, Thessia and Orcris snuck into the tenement, which Thessia realized was the servants' quarters of what was formerly an estate owned by the Betalis family that had been taken from them years before and given to the Peliakaios family, who had then kept it empty all these years. But not quite empty after all, it seems. You two snuck in and opened up the locked room at the end of the hallway that Orcris had discovered previously. And inside, you found Soteria, a woman who works at the Tribunal Hall and whom Orcris had a run-in with when he was waiting there for his own appointment and all hell broke loose. Soteria had taken advantage of the chaos caused by another person's intrusion to sneak into Etria's office and attempt to either harm or abduct her personal scrivener, Curio, before Orcris showed up, engaged in a temporary Mexican standoff with her, leading to her fleeing out the window, and she's been missing ever since. But apparently has been here, and if she is to be believed, under interrogation by Orcris now, she claims to have been ambushed in her home shortly before Thessia's tribunal, which does not line up with the observed timeline of events in a way that has several explanations, all of them thinking emoji. And where we left it, Orcris is going to secretly take her back to the pillar and figure out what to do with her from there, since she may be a target by unknown forces, possibly including Other. And Thessia decided to go home and face the music and tell her family about having lost her position at the College of Alteration. And Wither's gonna tag along, because it'll be funny.
Wither didn't get to do much last session, so I was like, you can come. It's fine.
It is okay. We will commit it to memory. We'll write that shit down in the biography and be like, it was a long dinner. It was not very good.
Yeah, when you think back on a really embarrassing moment in your life, and you can reassure yourself, like, almost certainly I'm the only person who remembers this, Wither is going to be there to make sure that that's not the case. All right. Let's see. Let's preload this. We're going to go ahead and we'll do and flip you around. Yeah, we'll put you here. Oh! And then there and there. And perfect time for the music to finish. Let's go ahead. Let me grab something. How about Sure. Let's go ahead and set view position here. And Thessia, Wither kind of drifts along behind you as you take the walk of shame back to your home. And unfortunately for you, you were already in the crown, and so you don't actually have a whole lot of time to sort of emotionally steel yourself and think about what exactly you're gonna say. You're home almost before you realize it.
She'll keep on a-going.
Yep. Guard gives you a little nod.
Nods back.
And,
Oh,
opens the door for you.
it's fine. Don't worry. I appreciate it, though.
Of course.
Thank you. Go in and gesture for Wither to follow suit.
Thessia, you can hear some quiet sounds from the kitchen. Someone's making something in there.
I can imagine it's probably Mum. I'll go take a peek. Hello?
Yeah, you pop your head in, and indeed, your mother is. Your mother has a small ceramic bowl of vegetables that she has chopped up and is slowly adding them to a pot sitting by the fire here. Ah, you're back. Another late night?
Something like that. I needed some time to clear my head.
Working late at the college?
No.
Stir.
Actually.
No.
Well, mostly because I have been removed.
Let's see. Removed from what? She seems to only be sort of half paying attention to what you're saying at this exact moment as she tries to focus on the food prep.
I have been removed from the college.
Sort of slowly, doesn't immediately stop, slows, and sort of like appears to do a mental double take. Her eyes kind of flick back and forth for a moment. She sets the knife down. What do you mean?
Exactly that. I am not an educator there.
I don't understand. What could... For what reason? For how long?
I am unsure for how long, but Thessia really thinks because she's like, how far in do I go with this? I guess they presume I am a danger.
I thought we went through an awful lot of trouble and, yes, danger to clear you of the spurious charges.
Yeah, I thought so too. It is what it is. I'm not interested in making this a big huff. I'm going...
It is not what it is. This is not remotely acceptable. What on... What possible... I must speak to Ninarel as soon as possible. What?
This is my problem. I will resolve it. I will find another solution. I have a few irons in the fire.
Thessia, it is not... Thessia, it is... What am I... She takes off the apron that she was wearing, kind of uncharacteristically just sort of lets it drop to the floor, motions you. Come. We're not having this conversation in the kitchen.
Fair enough. Oh, Wither's here, by the way. Thessia just like keeps going and Takes a seat.
They kind of back up just a little bit into this small table to give her a bit more room to pass by.
Let me roll to die. See. Oh, I need to.
Oh, I'm sure she fucking loves this.
Hang on. What is she? Ah, okay, yeah. She, Why is she not glowing?
What the
Where'd my
hell?
blue glow? This is fucking bullshit. There, okay. She, she seems momentarily taken aback, kind of sweeps her hands down her robe for a moment, gives you a curt and quick bow, and moves past. Thessia. She sits down opposite you. This is not just your problem. Respectfully. This is not just your problem. I don't even know where to begin. This... I feel as though you've taken my last leg out from under me, Thessia.
I certainly didn't mean
not
to.
you, perhaps... The obviously ridiculous decision on the part of your superiors at the college, but even so, this is not something to be treated casually, Thessia.
I'm just doing everything I can to not be angry.
Which is commendable, and yet it makes me unable to tell if you're treating this with the seriousness that it deserves. You say you have other irons in the fire, and while I applaud your initiative, there is no other project that can replace what you stand to lose, what our family stands to lose.
I know. Fessia really thinks for a while, and she's like, yeah, I guess I really don't have anything. I'm just gonna keep trying. I don't have a lot of direction at the moment. I have a few ideas, to be certain. And perhaps I am able to return at some point.
Perhaps at some point, these are not words that give me the sense that any of the ideas you are currently entertaining involve getting your position back.
Well,
Do you really intend to simply let this lie? This travesty? What happened? What on earth could possibly...
Roll to die.
The High
that's
Shaper was at your tribunal the same as I was. I thought she understood the gravity of the injustice that had been done to you. And to turn around and do this to you, not 2 weeks later? Does she not realize she's simply vindicating all of the people who wanted to see you destroyed for saving my life?
I'll be honest. Bessia, fully turns. I have been looking into Thale further and seeing what else it can truly do, and I think that is what has disappointed the college. And so they don't want that risk. I can understand that, I suppose.
I still cannot. I'm speaking to Ninarel, and I won't hear any different from you on the subject. This is too important to let lie. The college is... It's been a part of our family for generations now, Thessia. My father and your father as well. It was their life's work.
I know. And I love being there. But mayhaps it is an opportunity to be a little more free in my studies. There's a lot of restraint there. They are afraid to see just how far runes can go. We've seen miracles.
And how do you intend to further your studies and create miracles when you are not allowed to invoke your rune, Thessia?
I'm not allowed, but doesn't mean I can't.
She straightens up immediately, and all of her eyes narrow and lock onto you. What exactly are you proposing to do about this, Thessia? I'm sure you're not saying that your first recourse will be to continue wielding your powers in violation of the laws of our city in such a way that, were it to be discovered by anyone, would mean your death and our family's final and irrevocable ruin. Does your life mean that little to you?
I think this whole time Wither has been standing there with a pitcher of water and a little cup, and they hand the cup over to Arati.
Peace and stillness.
She takes the cup for a moment, then she sort of reprocesses the fact that you're here. Excuse me, I should have offered you a seat. Please. She motions to the cushion across the way. And thank you for that. She takes the pitcher from you as well and sets it on the table.
When her hand brushes Wither's, I'm assuming, Wither will try and get whatever that blue was that was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, have you... I guess... Yeah, you've been hovering here, so it's fine to say that you would have a reasonable, like, you can roll to die or the equivalent and lock in your black. So yes, okay. Yeah, she had the blue. You've had your black. Yeah. You,
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, so go ahead and lock that in. Yes. Arati's blue stat. Her blue aspect. Piercing eyes. Perception and insight capitalized as per Dungeons & Dragons skill checks. Intimidation through silent stare. Refusal to take bullshit.
Good shit. Good shit.
And I just want to check something real quick. Whether on your Gifterinos, let's see. Whispers of the Heart. Oh, am I... Oh, shit. Did I not update? I'm sorry. I thought you had a new ability there. But it's not on your thing here. Yeah, okay, I guess I forgot to copy it in, or it got overwritten when you were updating stuff. Probably that's on me. Here, let me
Do I have new
paste that in
pertinently
before.
relevant candy?
Let me paste this in.
Whoa!
Whoa, what?
Whoa!
What?
The slow
Oh.
turn.
The slow... How are you doing that?
I don't know. Hang on.
I don't know. That's scary.
I'm just... Ignore me. Keep going. Trying to find your thing.
Tessia, I don't feel so good.
Okay, sorry, let me save over this. So, you don't... This is not something you have to do. However, I want to remind you of the new ability you gained when Whispers of the Heart most recently leveled up. Namely, after learning a character's attribute,
Yeah.
you may take its essence within yourself. You temporarily replace your black attribute with the learned attribute, including its modifier. While in this state, the other voices within you fall silent, while the aspect of personality you've absorbed predominates. Adjust your role-playing accordingly. Anytime you make a roll to do opposed by the character whose attribute you've taken, you always clash, and that lasts until you either lock out or wound the attribute you've taken or choose to release it. Do you want to take Arity's blue?
I think for the moment, right now, I do want to do that.
Okay.
Because we need her to not just jump into action mom style.
So here, I can actually just straight up drop her blue onto your sheet.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So you've got a blue +2 modifier, and just for the sake of not deleting and putting stuff back, I'm just gonna wound your black for now.
Ooh.
It's still there, but it's overwritten for the moment.
Okay.
That way we can just restore it later. So, you can, I'll give you a new roll to die now,
Okay.
since your attributes have just changed. So see what you want to go with here. Oh, that's right. You don't have a blue pod.
Ooh,
We can pretend.
The
We can
blue
pretend.
hoodlum.
Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to deal with that from a code standpoint, but for now, there you go.
That was just chibi with her.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, I'll temporarily
already-
turn off your custom token changing thing just so it doesn't explode. There. All right, so, yeah, you, as your hand brushes against Arity's in this moment, you feel the whispers radiating from her soul. You feel the color of blue, and you feel the intense appraisal. The years of wisdom, hard-earned and readily applied, and applied with great precision and discernment. And so, for the moment, the chorus of voices kind of slips away, and you can feel this voice a hold of you. So anyway, she sets the pitcher and water down, and she gestures, inviting you to have a seat if you wish.
Very well. Take peace and slowness, steadiness in your discernment of the situation. This has happened yet again because of hasty actions. You are correct to suspect that Thessia has done something unwise. However, do not act unwise in turn. Ninarel has not made this known yet, correct?
Thessia nods.
Then, do we not have time? to seek a solution together. One that will not draw more eyes to pierce into the shame of this family.
I mean, it's certainly a possibility, though I am struggling to find a solution.
Wither was saying this yes to Thessia, but also to Arete, because she could see how gung-ho she was about it. She could see that Thessia was sitting here waffling on it, because it's like, oh, Mom, I don't want to deal with it right now, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because Thessia's still processing it. She's very much in crisis mode. And in Wither's mind, we don't want Arete going and just adding another poker to that fire. But she's clearly a very smart woman. You would need to be somebody with wit and somebody with a good amount of not secret resources, but you can tell she would be willing to do certain things simply because she's Teominos' daughter. He wouldn't raise a daughter who would just let shit slide, right? She's got his pride. And the one thing that really seems to make Thessia strong isn't her ability to use the rune or to use it more than she should be. It is her family, really, that makes her strong, because it's who they are and what they stand for. And so she really does need to lean on her family.
I acknowledge the wisdom of showing patience. However, she stops and sort of seems to be processing something else. You say the High Shaper hasn't made this publicly known? Not to the college?
That's my understanding.
She seems puzzled by that. For what reason? If she intends to hold this over us and extract some sort of concession, if she intends to use this as leverage, I'll not abide it, but...
Is this something she has known to do in the past?
She leans back on her couch. It's more cutthroat than I would expect from her. No, I can't say I would No. It doesn't sound like her. Frankly, it sounds more like my father. Well, if she, for whatever reason, hasn't chosen to disclose the change in your status, then I suppose we have more options than we might otherwise. Still, I would appreciate, Thessia, if you could give me something more than vagaries regarding what you intend to do to rectify the situation. Going off in the dark to experiment with the rune is all well and good for the cause of science. It does very little to help the cause of our family having a home in this city.
I know. I suppose I could attempt to reach out to Ninarel and see if there is any action I can take to remedy this. Could ask Mikrios to speak on my behalf, as he is a respected individual there, and a dear friend. Thessia noodles on a very dangerous possibility.
Mikrios is
Etria,
Oh, go ahead.
Etria might be able to forcibly get me back in.
Arati wraps her fingers on the table. Mikrios is a good man, and his influence has clearly prevailed upon Ninarel in the past. I don't know if she'll be willing to entertain him again. And I don't like the idea of leaving your fate and the fate of our family in the hands of other people, much as it appears.
It does seem to happen often.
And what can be done from the inside? What strings are left to pull from the center of your web?
Arati looks down. I could consult my father. I have no desire to lay another burden on him in his current state. But I'm sure he would have strong feelings on the subject.
I mean, I can always speak with him.
That would be more appropriate, I suppose.
I do appreciate how often you go to swing for me, but can't always have Mom fighting for me. You have enough on your plate.
Yes. Oh, God. She gets up and quickly walks back into the kitchen.
Thessia very quietly is just like, if you are available, I will come to see you soon, grandfather.
Arati returns with the pot. Just barely saved.
Well done.
It will be, for sure. But it's just as well. I wouldn't want to spare the ingredients nor the time to remake it now.
I'm sure it's going to be lovely. I apologize for bringing this up as you were cooking, but I felt it better to just tell you immediately instead of giving myself the opportunity to drag my feet. I already dragged them long enough, so. Action will
Eat
be
up.
taken. She does not, and just goes to eat. Just like, okay, we're done talking about this.
Eat up, and there is another matter. What I was planning to speak to you about.
Oh, good.
In the next... by week's end, ideally. I'd like you to accompany me to the estate of Kishal Hadis. Are you familiar with her?
I am.
Good. She has requested that we come and join them for an afternoon luncheon and for you to entertain and perhaps use your skills to fashion birthday gifts for her twin children.
Ah, far and near. I believe I've met them at least once.
Have great wit when approaching that place.
Kind of cocks an eyebrow. Oh, that's it. That's the whole cryptic message. Okay, I thought you might elaborate further on that.
Lies are in their blood. That is all. Deceit and fake faces. But we have been told this is to be expected of such people.
It's never been my impression of the woman, but I've not spent a great deal of time in her company. I find her
A lot?
cloying.
No, what's a better word for it? She seems nice enough, but can be a bit much.
Regardless, now more so than ever, we can't let any opportunity for our family slip by. She says this, Thessia, and is like very very intently focused on you as she does, while her mind appears to be spinning in the background. You get the sense there is slightly more going on than perhaps just the surface level here.
I think Thessia will reach out one hand and just, like, pat hers. You've been there for me the whole time. I'm here for you. I want to help where I can. I won't lie, I'm a little beaten down at the moment, but I do my best to rise up for family.
I appreciate that. Your best is no more and no less than what is expected of us all for the sake of family. Now, if you wish to speak to your grandfather about this yourself, then that's your right.
It's probably for the best.
I should make arrangements for the visit in any case. Must find out. What fruit does she eat? What gems does she favor? Scrape together what meager resources I can for a suitable gift when we arrive.
Is our presence not a gift enough?
Not these days. You are a smart, savvy, and talented young woman, Thessia. I trust that you won't forget that and do anything stupid.
I'm going to try.
Good.
Lately it feels like it's easier said than done. But I'll try.
Thank you. Yeah, you're like, oh, easier said than done. Like, waits for the laugh. It doesn't come. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, mother.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. All right, dear. Be about yourself, then. She gets to the bottom of the stairs. Were you planning on joining us? It seemed as though you were in the middle of something. She looks to Xenion, looks to you. Well, You two can sort this out amongst yourselves then. Xenion's wearing another different and unusual for them sort of nice gown covering most of their body. They sort of slowly walk down the stairs cautiously.
You act like I'm dangerous.
I just don't want to be in the middle of something if that's only going to cause trouble for people. Especially for you.
I appreciate the concern, but what's done is done at the moment. Right now, I just need to just get it done. I need to resolve yet another problem.
They lean against the wall for a bit and then sort of like they clasp one hand around their opposite arm and walk up slightly awkwardly. I went out for a walk this morning early and figured that I could get back before you were up and you weren't here. Are we still on for the mines, the tower?
Yes. Oh, right. I need to tell Mother about that. So I did go to the mines. I was already out and I figured I'd poke my nose in and do a little investigating, ensure that the breath had been pushed back enough that it would be safe to traverse. I made a concerning discovery. The collapses in that mine, I don't think it was natural.
They pause for a moment and work through what you're really implying there. Oh. What did you find?
On a wall nearby, where one of the more major collapses happened, I found some chalk residue in the vague shape of a Thale rune.
You think another Shaper was responsible?
I believe so. Only problem is I have no idea who. And what they gained from already kicking us down even further.
Would it not have been the first kick?
I mean, Thessia thinks, trying to figure out where the hell Wither went there. I mean, I don't know if I would describe it as the first. You know, we've been running into problems for a while now, but what I had thought was just more bad luck, it turns out was sabotage.
Have you told Grandfather?
No, and not for reason of hiding it from him, obviously. This is the first time I've been...
So I do intend to.
Thessia's like, he knows. Like, what? Are you kidding me? We've been talking about it down here. So I just need to... just another thing to investigate and figure out. So...
If you've got an enemy at the college, getting back in might be more difficult than you expected.
I'm trying to figure out who that would be. And I know the immediate thought would be Ninarel, but she really did stick her neck out for me during the trial and even leading up to it. So I don't know what she would gain from sabotaging me and then fighting for me and then removing me. Right? That just doesn't make sense.
Not from your perspective.
Not if you say it like that.
Yeah.
No, consider it could be anybody truly. To think on the gravity of what we have encountered of late. The knots and tangles.
Let's see if thinks about that.
Is more involvement. This goes deeper.
Literally.
Quite literally, yeah. Was your grandfather the first of you to be hated openly, do you know? Or does the scorn run so deeply in the blood?
I imagine that Tiamianos is definitely like the source of a lot of scorn. I can't imagine Thessia's father, Madrasis, being a target. Like,
certainly not how I've imagined him and his history.
Yeah, I don't know if he was like the greatest of the great, but like he certainly wasn't a bad dude.
I've had him pegged as a pretty chill dude, if nothing else. Not the kind of person to make enemies.
That's the whole point. That you don't need to be a bad person to be someone to be made a statement of. In fact, the better a person you are, the more it probably says.
It's your family history, so if you want to field the question of does it go back further than your grandfather, then you can. I think even if there were people before your grandfather who might have left a legacy that others didn't like for one reason or another, I've certainly had it in my mind that your grandfather is sort of uniquely not a people person. He lacked many of the traits you would want in a leader of a college, aside from being really, really good at what the college teaches.
I mean, yeah, certainly. Though my father was liked well enough, but I mean, maybe that's enough to develop scorn in a different way.
Even if it was, it shouldn't. No one should be taking it out on you.
Thessia shrugs. I mean, true, and I'll be honest, I'm getting quite sick of it. But there is not to be done at the moment other than to, I guess, figure out more and prove value yet again. But, yes, I would still like to meet up at the mine and to show you my abode.
Yes, take me to the tower. I want to be able to start helping you. The mine I know, but take me to the tower.
I look forward to it.
Will you be coming as well with her?
If it is desired.
Sure. Just shrugs again like, who gives a shit, am I right, fellas?
You carry us with you like lungs in your air.
Lungs in your air?
What?
Wait, no. We have said it
Wait,
backwards.
shit.
I
Scratch
said,
that.
I'm
Reverse
sorry.
it.
Mind crush.
We are not used to talking about breathing.
Yeah,
Oh, I
It
guess
is the
that's
other
true.
way around.
we are not a subject matter expert.
Either way, we will go.
All right. And we'll assume you're heading out pretty directly following that, and let's see how our other friend is getting on.
Yeah, I want to see what Orcris is up to.
So Orcris, after Thessia and Wither depart, you've got a badly traumatized, famished, and dehydrated woman with like a blanket over her. And you got to get her home somehow. What does that look like?
I'm just walking her home.
All right.
If anybody has a problem with it, they can mind their own business.
You can suck my dick. All right.
Have an arm wrapped around her and just be like, all right, this way, please.
And are you going to take Soteria straight back to the pillar?
More or less.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I've got to.
Trying to keep her face covered as much as possible.
Yeah.
Have her look down.
Okay. Let's see. I've got a new playlist also called, because I needed something that was sneaking, but like sneaking kind of urgently. I don't need this playlist right now, but I've now got mood snurgent. And then yeah, we'll just go with let's see. Sure. Okay. So, you keep Soteria as covered as you can, and make your way pretty much all the way down through the city, tier after tier, down closer to the Foundation, and then to underground, to the Geode, and finally down to the base of the pillar that you call home. She says very little on the journey. She tries to make eye contact with no one, her head straight down, and it's clearly a mixture of the practical consideration of wanting to, to blend into the crowd, but also a trauma-informed paranoia of the possibility that any random person could suddenly lunge out and try and get her. You can perceive her faintly shaking at times, especially as you pass through tight-knit crowds. But you do eventually return her to the pillar without incident. The door shuts behind you, and she sort of collapses forward slightly onto the rug here, onto her knees, and plants her hands on the ground.
Safety at last.
She looks around. Where is this?
It is my home.
And slowly and unsteadily, she rises to her feet. What am I going to do?
I don't know yet. Please have a seat. You must be hungry. For real food.
Yes. She sits down at the end of this couch here, and stare, has a 1,000-yard stare into the middle distance.
Yeah, let's start cooking up some food. What am I going to do with this wretch? Probably be easier to just kill her. But it would be pretty funny to put her in the dungeon. But she may have some uses. While I let something simmer.
Smells of
Satyria.
incense.
Yes. I prefer my home smell nice. Do you possess any skills?
I don't know. A scrivener. I'd certainly like to think that I do, yes. Academic ones, primarily.
Can you cook?
Yes, actually, I lived on my own at the tribunal hall, and I preferred it that way, so well enough, yes.
Splendid.
I know, of course, letters and numerals, history record keeping.
Damn it, she knows letters. Of course she does, she's a scrivener.
Be pretty funny if she didn't. I was faking it. I'm terrible.
Lied on my resume.
The most useful messengers tend to be the ones that can't read the messages. Oh well.
Oh well, blow dart.
What about your family? Do you have anyone?
I am not on terms with my blood family.
A perfect victim.
I suppose so.
Where were you living?
I was live-in at the tribunal hall, well, at apartments nearby. I was on hand from dusk till dawn most days. I have one or two friends there, I suppose.
I see. What are their names?
Name A and name B.
It's easy to remember.
Mhm.
Yes. Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Noted.
I know. Oh, I know. We're in the same betting, but we do DraftKings together.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can give you names. Why does it... Do you think they're in danger?
You were. And the assassin's job was not completed.
She doesn't say anything, but you can see she's not full-on hyperventilating, but it looks like she is now thinking through how long she's been out of touch with the world and the fact that she has no idea what's been going on there and whether her friends are even still okay now.
Worse yet, the assassin knows my face. Though, perhaps not who I actually am. Oh, one moment. Stir.
One stir.
Yeah, just one.
That's good enough.
Fine.
I like. There's something really funny to me about the idea of like every time Orcris goes back in the kitchen is when he's like, I almost had like
It's his
like,
safe place.
and like you bends over. You would still love me, wouldn't you, Pot? I killed her.
You still make curry so sweet.
5
I hate
minutes.
sweet curry.
You failed me again. Hurls Pot to the floor.
I'm sorry, Bot. You know I didn't mean it.
You know I didn't. I'm in an abusive relationship with my kitchenware.
This poor lady's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This guy's crazy.
Well, you may stay here for the time. I would rather you keep your head down. I would rather you stay here, but I can't control you. It would be unfortunate of me to have rescued you from one prison only to keep you in another.
But very funny, for the record.
But very
I'm not
funny.
gonna do it, but like I
I'm
just
not
wanted
gonna
to be
do
noted.
it, but I thought about it. Believe me, I've got a great prison.
She looks up at the ceiling. Well, here there must be. I suppose there must be plenty of space. Well, do you live alone?
I live with my father and one other. My father lives upstairs.
Is it? Will he be all right with you just taking me in out of the blue like this?
He will.
Right.
He unfortunately has, his mind is not well in his old age.
She kind of scoots down the couch a few times.
It would help me if you could check in on him from time to time.
Well, I can't say that one of my areas of expertise is medicine, but I can monitor his condition if that's what you'd like.
I really only need you to see to it that he is fed. If there's any sort of emergency, any sort of problems that he displays, you can let me know when I return.
Return? Oh, right, of course you're going back out. Is there any hope for me? Am I going to be a fugitive the rest of my life?
Hope is something you create for yourself. Whether you'll be a fugitive or not, despite that hope, is hard to say. I'll do what I can, and hopefully by the end of this, you'll be free to go, as it were, with no blight or shame upon your name.
Hope so.
As do I.
Is Lady Etria all right?
Lady Etria has not been harmed, to my knowing. Nor her personal scribe. Though, I suppose if our killer had the ability to hide you away and take your form, we really have no way of knowing.
Oh, God.
They may have already worked their way up the chain, despite whatever setback I might have caused. I suppose you can't really trust anybody but me.
She nods glumly.
And even then, who's to suggest I won't be carted
Even then,
off?
I got a fucking skull and a mummified hand over there, so you know,
Oh,
all
that's
bets are
normal.
off.
Please, that's normal. That's not anything to worry about.
I made those years ago.
I made them in school when I was young.
Even then, there's nothing to suggest that I couldn't be carted off and replaced just as easily. No, I suppose we're in a bit of a bind. However, you can rest assured that this place is kept secure.
How secure? She looks at the door from across the way.
Quite secure.
All right.
It's a tall tower. There are plenty of places to hide.
And that makes it more secure?
If somebody were to get in.
Oh, I suppose. I know, given the circumstances you discovered me in, you'd think that I'd have had nothing but rest, but I'm actually terribly exhausted.
I understand. I'll have a bed prepared for you.
I will do something to help. I will find some way to fight back. I won't leave this all to you, Mr. Galden.
Well, that fight can wait. In the meantime, supper.
And are you, giving her anything weird, or
Nope.
is this just normal guy supper?
Whoa.
Normal guy supper.
Make sure
Wow.
you don't give her.
She's
make sure you don't
exhausted.
give her too much. She's starved, so you don't want to
I
fuck her
know.
up.
She's already exhausted and starved. She's as pliable as she'll ever be.
You were lucky. You got someone else who is, like, objectively nicer to you than I would have been to fuck you up first. So you just get to go straight to the good part.
I already had half my work done for me. Here.
In fact, I paid those guys to kidnap you.
In fact, it was me. I was the assassin.
It was me. In fact, it was me. It was me, comma, Austin.
Austin.
It was me, comma, Austin. All along. Yep, and, just share a dinner.
Yep. Prepare a bed.
Anytime she says something, I will quietly look at her briefly, making her second guess her decision to speak, and
Oh my god.
and look slightly concerned every once in a while, like she doesn't make any sense.
Normal date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, she goes out like a light pretty much immediately after you have a bed prepared for her. And out of curiosity, why don't you describe how have you secured the pillar?
Well,
You don't have to be ultra specific, but I'm curious what you have in mind. if you have
Well,
anything.
naturally, I'm a serial killer, so
Well, yes.
you know,
As you know.
I've got little hidey holes all over the place. I've got weapons stashed about. I've got better than standard locks that I keep on retainer, and as well, I do have several little like yellow status traps set about if people start messing with stuff.
Okay, so you've done some light home aloning.
Yes.
Okay.
You got like some little like jingly wind chimes near the
Jingly
windows
wind
so people
chimes
could
that I can
stay-
always hear if they're jingling, you know, stuff like that.
Just imagine Orcris sitting at the top of the stairs holding a paint can tied to a string. You give up, or are you thirsty for more?
Ugh.
Oh my god, Orcris would absolutely be one of the burglars in that movie.
But he would be successful.
But he would be successful very quickly.
Like,
and
you're a
Kevin
child, I have
McAllister
a-
would have been dismembered.
You're a child, I have a gun. This is ridiculous.
Why are we still talking about this?
All right.
You might get me with
So-
the first trap, and that is it. After that, I know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're a little shit, I see. Unfortunately for you, I was a little shit. I've grown up
Unfortunately
to be
for
a
you.
big one.
Yeah. Unfortunately for you, I am a big shit.
Great.
I'm now just envisioning Wither getting hit with a paint can. It's very amusing. Ow.
Ow.
Oh.
What the hell?
Wither in that scene where he goes to wash his hands and there's current running through it. Whoa, but you can just see his
It's
skeleton
the
the
skeleton,
whole time.
yeah.
All right, so I think pretty much like bringing Xenion to the tower we had talked about wanting to do, and I guess the only other thing is whether, so you guys now you know where this meeting is going to take place, the one with Glint, so you also have. You've been doing some other stuff, so you only have, like, pretty much the rest of the day, but if there's any other preparatory steps you want to take before you walk into that, then now is probably the time. So I just want to see where people are at, and who might want to do what, and in what combination.
Leave like a dead man's switch note with Kiln being like, "Hey man, if I go missing, here's what happened."
I don't think
I was
it
actually going to go talk to Kiln anyway.
Ooh. I
Ooh.
don't think it needs to be a scene, but while in the tower and I get Xenion squared away, I want to create a space for them, like dedicated to them, of just being a nice little research facility, as well as like a bed and just like basic comforts that I am able to create with Thale, that will be dedicated for Xenion. And then I also, while there, want to take advantage of studying Tiaminos' rune.
Ah, you are very close to the breakthrough after all.
Yeah. I don't have
Okay.
my blue, unfortunately, unless time has passed that we've been able to, like, rest or something.
No, not since last session.
Okay.
No rest for the Thest. Here, let's see. There's a Thessia, and let's plop down a Wither. Oh, it's gonna just fuck you up all the time, isn't it?
Sorry.
That's okay. Hang on. Okay, we did that, and then there we go. Okay, and then Thessia, you're in yellow. Make sure I don't. Yeah, we'll just there to and yellow you, and we've got you are over here. Let's start preloading the map while we're here. Where are my NPCs? Here they are. Where's the one I'm looking for? It's you. Okay, and you're definitely in red right now. Okay. Oh, there was a secret second wither lurking there with the default icon.
Wither or not.
And you know what? Let's also just have you ready to go too, just in case. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, you can be on the GM layer. All right.
Probably doesn't apply, but my major rune of fail has it so that if I take the time to inscribe the rune, I can add a d6. I don't believe that would apply to testing Minos' rune.
Studying. No.
Yeah,
because
because it's technically, even though it's like apparently in the same category, it isn't the rune itself.
It's not the same rune. No. Yeah.
That makes
Right.
sense.
And let's go ahead and yeah, let's go with you make your way to the tower, and Xenion, generally not a very expressive person, is very much like looking every which way as you show them first the outside, lead them through the silvery curtain, and then upstairs, seeing all the different floors and tablets. And they're sort of silently but noticeably peering at everything and marveling here and there.
So, as you can see, it is...
Incredible.
Thank you. But because of that, I'm having difficulty parsing all of the information.
I can see why. They look at one shelf of 120 tablets out of the 1,000 shelves in here.
So, having...
Does look like
Yes.
I'll have my work cut out for me. But
And don't worry, I'm not expecting you to just drop everything and clear out floor after floor. Just any help is deeply appreciated.
Is there a tablet with runes on it that are small, basic?
Possibly. It would take a while to search for that specifically, unless you wanted me to make one.
Is this quick to make?
Shouldn't be a problem. I'll go over to one of the tablets that, like, has just kind of nonsense on it, right? Because there are a couple that are literally just like blah, 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 like there's just nothing going on. I'll use Thale to just wipe the slate clean, and then I will make all of the runes etched in, and I will present it to Wither. Something like this? Is this what you had in mind?
Yes, we believe. How would you write your own name?
Oh, my name specifically. She'll flip it over and write it in quickly on the back, and then present it again.
Their name?
Takes it back, writes Xenion, and hands it back.
We will study this.
Sure.
you can also, well, I suppose if you're someone like my sister, you have the privilege of being able to do it this way. If you need to ask how to spell something, of course, you can always... They just kind of trace a finger through the air and write their name that way, which is a little harder to parse, but they do it quite elegantly.
They do the little Disney Channel.
And it looks like shit. It's like a lumpy potato.
Yeah.
Ah. This can be done in sand.
Absolutely.
We will search for sand.
I don't think that'll be necessary. I think Thessia will find a couple more tablets. Use the... Well, again, ones that just, like, clearly I've read and just don't have any value. And she'll kind of, like, use Thale to essentially make it almost bowl-like. And the reason why is because...
Yo, you gonna make me an Etch-a-Sketch?
I'm literally making you essentially an Etch-a-Sketch to kind
so
of...
cute!
to mutz around, kind of muck around with, and Thessia hands it over. All I ask is you don't spill.
We cannot promise this.
All right, well, at least try.
Very well.
Oops. Can we have another?
Just pours it out, making direct eye contact.
I'm just a whittle twice born. Can I get another?
Don't talk about me like that! They, instead of doing what you expect or want them to do, they start drawing little geometric drawings of Servitor in it.
Thessia's like, all right, it's your sand. You can do what you want. And she's going to begin, like, studying that rune again.
We are making.
Ooh, who's that handsome devil?
It is you as a rune.
I have made him a rune as a joke.
What are you drawing? It's just like Servitor, but like a big muscly body under it.
Yeah, let's put one of those beefy arms back on.
Wow, I really do serve. Holy moly.
They do eventually start actually trying to study the letters and like learn the patterns and stuff. But
mean-
for the most part, they're like, Servitor.
I get the temptation, like you're given a little box of sand. Like, why wouldn't you kind of muck around with it a bit?
Mm-hmm.
And Thessia, you're going to resume research as well?
Yes, I desperately need this rune studied. So do I drop my swing and try again? 5's not terrible. I think I am going to drop my rune so that I can kind of like figure out what she wants to try. Okay. She's again going to lean into the physical aspect of runes and their like connection to the world. Because she's like,
Okay.
all right, if I'm going to try and listen through a long distance, I need to again really ground myself and visualize and feel that distance and like almost treat it as a way of like, okay, maybe I'm going about it wrong. Maybe I need to treat this rune not as strictly it bringing the information to me, but me going to that information, if that makes any sense at all. Like, she feels like she's been going about this wrong. It's like, all right, what if it's instead of...
I feel like that has a different mental physicality to it.
Yeah,
I buy that.
I guess the better way to describe it is instead of having it brought to the information brought to me, I'm thrusting my senses there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and we'll roll to do.
Yeah, let me.
Oh, and I get 2 on that because I'm in my tower.
Yes, I forget. Is it to hit, to affect, or both? I can't remember.
It says to hit.
Okay, so you have 26. All right. Let me just. This starts here, and then need to make sure this is reset. Okay. Here is the roll opposed for the clash. Oh, I saw that 20.
Oh my god, I was gonna fucking implode.
Thessia just sits down on her throne. All right, let's settle in for a nice.
She's like, oh, I have a sneeze.
I gotta hold it in. Excellent new joke to add to our repertoire. So, let's see, and that's an effect of 6. Okay, nice. Is the music playing for you guys? I have to have fun.
It is.
Okay. Will the F5 fix it? It will. Okay. Cool.
Hooray!
So, Thessia, what are you? So, you've described your new principle that you're trying to apply here to me.
Yeah.
What are you trying to use it to do right now? What's your test run?
She is going to try it on. She's gonna try it on because she's very familiar with it. Ninarel's office, and it's also just like on her mind.
Okay, that makes sense.
And also, yeah, she's also just like very familiar with that distance, anyways, and the physicality of that area. So she's like, all right. Plus, she made it new.
Yeah, you sit back and shut your eyes, and you envision the path you would travel all the way from here, up through a mile of solid earth, up through the city, up to the Lyceum, to the doors of the college, through the lobby, up the stairs, down the hall, around the bend, to the doors of the High Shaper's office, and you try and visualize yourself thrusting those doors open to behold what now lies beyond them. And you shit, did I write? Sorry, there's something I need to check to make sure I actually wrote down. It matters kind of. Yeah, hang on. I just gotta.
Oh shit, I forgot to. Oh, let me check something real quick.
Okay. I thought that was you having to get up to use the bathroom again. So. Okay, right. That was what I was going. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you feel like you're pressing against the door. You're trying so hard to see what's beyond it, and you can almost swear that you can feel the door in your grasp, feel yourself parting the curtains. Feels like you're on the cusp of it, which is more than you've typically felt. You open your eyes, and you feel like for a flash, you see the grand chambers that you had shaped, and sort of after a blink, you see yourself here again. Not entirely sure if it was a trick of the mind, like you were just remembering them. That's the logical answer. But the one that feels right to you is that you were seeing it somehow for just a moment.
Okay. Well, that feels like progress. It's definitely...
Xenion is watching you intently.
Apologies. I might be...
No. Go. Continue.
She nods and kind of gets back into the zone and will try to activate the rune yet again. I might as well just stay in red.
So go ahead. Well, for this, you do need to drop and re-roll each time so that you can't just sit on a 6.
That makes sense. Okay. I guess we'll do... I guess I don't have to... No, I have to pick a color, otherwise if I do succeed, I don't get the bonus. I guess, am I able to roll? No, I'll just do this. She's like, okay, I got the physical aspect. That seemed to work pretty good. So let's lean into that again, but now lean into the actual feeling of being present. And she's gonna.
And I do want to call one thing out for you, just so that you don't forget it in case it guides your decision at all here. You're studying Tiaminus's minor rune potential gift. Should you manage to harness the power of your grandfather's rune, this will gain an effect. This gift will gain an effect, granting a +1 bonus to the modifier of whatever attribute you rolled with to make the breakthrough. I will tell you, you are very, very close to the threshold. So if there's a particular attribute you want to favor for stat reasons, that is also something you can take into account here.
I mean, that was gonna be blue, but my blue exploded my head earlier.
But you held in a sneeze, so
yeah, because that's the baby. So we're gonna lean into yellow still.
okay.
And so here I go with the +2 on that. Oh, my
you
God!
navigated that minefield.
This is it!
24.
Right. Let's see. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Challenges. This has a +1 now. +1 to hit. All right. Here's the opposed roll.
I think the game mixed up who was rolling when.
Yeah. You've cheated me.
Wait.
You've cheated me in my attempt to cheat you.
When I play the shell game with a guy and then he picks up the shell and I reveal the ball was in my sleeve.
Oh. Is this an enemy stand user?
Okay, yellow. Give me just a second while I double confirm something that I had written down in advance.
Oh.
So it was that was gonna be that.
You feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
-1 to yellow. I lied. It was Tiaminos. He hates you.
You failed anyway.
Asshole.
Okay. No, you know what? I should make it your choice either way. It doesn't make sense to tie this to the attribute. You're already tying what the bonus was going to be. All right. So, that's it.
Mm.
You know what? I'm gonna let you narrate for a second here. You are about to make this breakthrough. What do you want this to look like?
I think what she is at least hoping from this is to experience at least once the feeling of being able to use this rune to an extreme without the breath. And so because she has been able to do these miracles with the breath and whatnot, but she's like also been starting to second guess herself a little bit of like, am I actually good at this? Do I need this like crutch?
Do I need super drugs?
Do I need super drugs to like compete? And the idea that she is able to, in the future, hopefully, reliably lean on this rune.
When you're saying this rune, are you talking about Thale or Teominos' minor rune?
The minor rune. And what she really hopes then is that if she can truly feel this out and lock it in, she is planning on immediately beginning the study of her own minor rune. Because if she can learn from this, she's of the firm belief that this is an outstanding step forward.
Okay. And where were you reaching your senses out to? Remind me.
She'll do Ninarel's office again because she was like, okay. I got close. I don't want to lose that connection. Let's try it one more time.
Okay. You inscribe the minor rune, and you try again. You thrust your senses outward. You follow that winding path back to the college, and you find yourself at those doors again in your mind, and once again, you try to thrust them open, but this time you're determined to keep them open for more than a glimpse. Thessia, are you straining to see, or are you straining to hear?
Oh,
No.
fuck. Oh no, which one's more valuable? I think being able to hear is more valuable.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, being able to snoop and spy is definitely useful, but like, man, being able to just overhear conversations and whatnot, like, that's...
Because sound carries, right?
Sound carries.
But you can't look around a corner, but you can hear around a corner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, I guess in that case, straining to see.
Hit
Or here.
to hear.
Well,
Well,
it sounded like I thought the argument you were making just now was in favor of sight because you said you can't see around a corner, but you can hear around a corner, which would imply that sight is more valuable. But maybe you should clarify.
I'm picking being able to hear.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. You reach out to thrust the doors open, and it feels like before. You feel like if you do that, you're going to be greeted with the same flash of vision, and then that will be the extent. You pause with the mental image of your hands on the curtains. And you stop, and you take a step back, and you turn your head, and you listen. Silent? It's silent, but it's not the silence of being deaf. It's the silence of nothing to hear, which is a distinction that in this moment matters. And then, just as it's starting to nevertheless be a little frustrating that it doesn't seem like you're really getting anything from all this effort. No, it's quite all right. No, I was simply working through the night last night, and I am entirely sick of seeing this place. Why don't you stay out there? We can come and find a nice, quiet spot in the Lyceum, get some fresh air. That's what would do me better right now. And you hear footsteps. And you hear the curtains sweep aside and shut again. And you hear... Thessia? Thessia?
I did it.
Are you...
I was able to move my sense of hearing all the way to the surface.
You moved life.
Moved life?
It is how we have come to understand our ability. We just move it.
Huh. Thessia stands up. In any case, I did it. I've been trying to get this to work for weeks, and I don't know if I have 100% got it, but I think I can at least do hearing.
Xenion looks like overjoyed for you and is about to go in for a hug and then seems to remember something and suddenly backs up to the other side of the room, sits down for a moment and kind of rubs their back. Oh. You're...
Something wrong?
No, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. They stand back up. This is incredible, sister. You've done it's supposed to be impossible.
She thinks about that. It is, isn't it? Huh. I didn't even consider that. I guess really anything is possible with the runes. We just have to keep trying.
Grandfather's minor rune. How many shapers at the college do you imagine tried to make it work?
I imagine many. I mean, not even just at the Shapers. Well, I mean, I guess specifically for this rune, yes, if they even got to learn it or see it. Grandfather's been rather secretive with it for obvious reasons.
Xenion comes over to the little tablet of all the runes that you had handed to Wither, and takes their finger and finds a little blank space at one edge and scratches in the minor rune there as well. Add one more.
What does it mean?
It means distance.
What does that mean?
Well, puts her hands on her hips and crosses her other arms. It is just kind of a measurement of range. Like, for example, the distance between you and I isn't very far. Like, physically. But the distance between you and Orcris, I imagine, right now is very far. It's very distant.
That's what you think looms out of the shadows.
Guys, I
Comes
lost
up
her.
from the little table
Yeah.
behind us.
She hit me with a paint can. I don't know where she went.
Ah,
She sprinkled Christmas ornaments on the floor, and I slipped on all of them.
She
What
knew
is
she'd get me
Christmas?
once. She knew she'd get me once, and she didn't waste it. And so, well, hold on. Fessia is going to sit back down. Ninarol had mentioned that she's going to Lyceum.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a location that I'm aware of that, in the time that I have interacted with Ninarol, was like a place of kind of a break for her, where she would go to kind of clear her mind or meet with other people that I am familiar with?
I think that's reasonably likely, yeah.
Then if that's the case, I'm going to wait a short amount of time that I think it would take her to get to that location, and then I'm going to use the rune again to see if I can find out who she is talking to.
Alright. You invoke the minor rune, and you range your consciousness out in that direction, and now you're getting a better handle on how this process works, and the college, as you navigate your mind there, is sort of lit up like a beacon. It's a very clear waypoint. And you drift further out into the Lyceum and suddenly start to feel more like you're wandering through mist. Here and there are things where things clear up, but there must be something different. You can't seem to get a grip on a specific place there.
Then perhaps I need to latch on to the person. See if I can feel the vibration of their voice through stone yet again. See if I can find that familiar feeling.
So you're gonna look for Ninarel mentally.
Yeah, specifically Ninarel instead of just the location I presume she's going to go to. It's like, all right, let's try instead the person. And I think Thessia's going to think about, even with talking with Wither, of like, okay, the distance between us. Let's feel that out.
Yeah, you reach out. And thinking people, 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 people. Your mind traces a path outward in sort of concentric circles, further and further. You once again, you perceive there's a small number of lights in the dark. People who are, well, not really visually, but illuminated to your sense in this moment, whose voices seem to echo out while others around are dimmed. And you you cast your consciousness around looking for Ninarel. She isn't, you can't seem to find her, yet as you bounce around in the area, you latch on to people who you weren't even really directly thinking of. For a moment, you feel the presence and the voice of Lytheres, another man, another instructor at the college,
Mhm.
and then Mikrios, and then several other of your colleagues. You start to realize the lights are clustered there, but there are others throughout the city. You hear suddenly, you get a very distinctive ah of Kreatar somewhere out there. You get
Because he's being killed.
flashes of individuals, some of whom you don't even recognize. Not Ninarel in this moment.
The ones that are highlighted, are they individuals that are all rune touched?
Many of them are.
But the ones I don't know about, I can't confirm.
Yeah, well, there's ones you don't know who you wouldn't know one way or the other. There's one or two people you recognize that as like, oh, yeah, I think that's another noble. I haven't really interacted with them, but to my knowledge, they're not a rune touched. Also, as you continue to bounce around, you settle on another point not too far from the college. Your mother, who's definitely not rune touched herself.
Why is that? Why would I be able to detect her the first time, but not the second? Unless...
I think it's because you focused on her room rather than her, and you just happened to overhear her because she was in the room.
Over here, Wither and Xenion. Xenion's trying to do their best to help you if you're trying to pick up reading here.
How?
Oops.
Oh, adventure.
Yeah.
I think we should join the military.
Yeah. That's a little too up. Here, let me something a little lower key.
Does one identify subtle differences in the breathy sounds, the ha and the ho?
In the
Are
spoken
they different?
In the spoken tongue, they can be, yes. And you can see this rune This rune has more of the ah sound, and this one more of the And they don't always look similar, unfortunately, the consonant sounds.
And
there's not-
have they always been these shapes?
No, actually. It used to be that they were all these larger, more complex ones, like the runes that the colleges wield. And we had different characters for really any concept. And, well, over time, a lot of them started to overlap or be merged into common ones. And, well, nowadays, mostly you just use these 24. And these other runes, Scriveners probably know what most of them are, but even they don't use them very much. Mostly, you use this core alphabet to express everything made up of these little ones in sequences.
What about when making new words, when making new names?
Well, you have the same set of characters to work with, but there's no limit on how many you can link together or in what order. So my name is written like this, like I showed, and Thessia's like this, but you could, if Zenionus would be like this, you would just add this one at the end. Or Zeniona. Or if you swap you. Thessiax. Or just Essia.
So it is inferred most of the time.
How do you mean?
If you have, the word context, is this the word?
That sounds right.
It becomes easier to, okay. We see, yes.
Yes, you can tell where words begin and end. Thankfully, you leave a little extra space here. Well, you don't always. That's certainly easier to read. Sometimes people will just write all end to end to save space and expect you to entirely infer from context. And we call those people jerks.
Spelled like
Is
this.
Yeah, jerks. Yeah.
Is this against scripture?
That's a hard thing. Actually, writing's kind of a sacred art, so scripture does have things to say about it, but I feel like they're becoming less important in this day and age. More people are learning not just to read, out of civic duty, but to write, and maybe more people are starting to feel like they have something worth writing.
Could we give a shape to what it is that we can do, or would this go against scripture? We do not know if it is a rune, if it is the progenitor's magic.
Show me. They slide a blank section of tablet closer to you.
It would be hard to express. We have not shown you what it does. But if we
They look intensely curious.
If we imagine it as a shape instead. What?
You look in intense concentration there, sister.
Oh,
I
sorry.
said you look in...
I was trying the rune again and immediately hit an odd snag. I wonder. When she was able to connect with like seeing all the lights, she will try to link to her mother. And I don't need to hear exactly what's going on there, unless it's something spicy. If it's just her like talking, then it doesn't matter too much. And then she'll wait and then use the rune again and target her mom and see if it works. Oh yeah?
Oh, sorry. Discord like skipped part of your sentence for me there weirdly.
Basically the plan is use the rune on the light that is her mother. If it's anything spicy, great, I'll listen to it. If it's just her talking with like a merchant, then she doesn't care too much. Wait a moment and then try to use the rune again on her mother to see if the rune is limited in tracking people a number of times per day.
Okay, I see what you mean, yeah. Yeah, you tune to the Arity station and you
Mom
hear...
FM.
I would like to buy a fuck ton of spice. While this is a spicy conversation that my mother is having, it's also just her talking to a merchant.
Yeah, you hear the sounds of quiet chatter of a refined crowd. It sounds as though she is walking through the crown at the moment. And then you try again, and the voices begin to come up at the edge of your perception again. Yeah, it doesn't seem like you had any trouble doing that twice in a row.
Kind of crosses a leg and leans in her chair a bit, resting her chin in one of her hands. So why not Ninarel?
You also notice as your consciousness drifts away from your mother and the immediate area there, you were so quick to get out after Ninarel and the surroundings that actually you missed some things closer, and your consciousness immediately realizes, oh, I can hear. I can eavesdrop on Halkides right now. There's a quote unquote light just below us in the tower, and there's another one. There's another one.
I'll see what others talking about.
There's another one really close. You reel your consciousness back, trying to figure out exactly where, because it's like so close, it's almost too close to see. And you realize you get a weird moment, like auditory hallucination moment of hearing yourself from not your ears.
Oh, weird. If that's the case, are there lights for both Xenion and Wither?
I don't want to say some shit that's wrong, so let me reconfirm. Did you give both Wither and Orcris? No, wait, I'm sorry. You were, the little tokens that you started to give out to some people. Those had the Betalus family crest on them?
They're just a little spider. I didn't want to put my family crest on them because...
Okay.
You know, that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah. No, you don't perceive Wither or Xenion.
Why?
Now you look even more... You've gone from deep in thought to actively troubled, it looks like.
I am trying to figure out the limitations of this rune. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing, and I'm ecstatic to have it, but now I face a new puzzle. The best way to describe it is whenever I use this, I can almost... I can like sense lights, and if I approach them, I can hear around them. But there's a light for myself and Helcades down below, but not for either of you, nor Ninarel, and I'm quite puzzled why. Because I could trace Mother, and I could also even Kreatar, Mikrios as well, but I have a strange idea. Thessia's going to take off, like, one of her metal bangles and whatnot, and give it to Xenion, and then try again.
Tell Xenion to go somewhere else first.
I mean, I can... Thessia's
yeah, I guess you can see it, so yeah.
Yeah, Thessia... I mean, yeah, actually, she doesn't need to go anywhere. She like, gets up to walk away. She's like, no, I don't need to do that. And she'll try again now that there is metal.
Ah, okay. Here, let me just roll something. Okay.
What the hell does that mean?
What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, you slide one of the bracelets off of one of your arms and hand it over to Xenion. And you reach out your senses again. Nothing seems to have changed on Xenion's person. Xenion looks down for a moment. Can you hear in this room? The place?
I can try that again, I suppose.
In stereo.
Yeah, and she'll try to target the room itself without latching on to her own light.
Yeah. Xenion kind of experimentally taps their fist against the stone bench here a few times, and you sort of hear like a really, really quick echo effect on that. And they reach down and just wordlessly pick up one of the tablets they were working with Wither. Don't worry, I'm not taking this for long. Just a moment. Try it now!
All right. I'll see if I can lock on to Xenion or the room. I'm going to try both.
There is a light following Xenion now. Can you hear me? Sorry, hang on. I should, just for the sake of proper science. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, dear. You do have a light now, so is it just the fact that you have stone on you?
They come back.
Is it really that simple? But wait, Ninaril has nothing?
They set the tablet down on the arm of your throne here. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to move you with her. You can continue staring off into space if you want. It's your choice which direction you're looking. They set it down. And they slide it toward you, Thessia, and their sort of sinewy spider-like finger taps a few times on the small imprint they made of the minor rune.
Do you have a theory?
That's my theory.
She looks down at it.
Where the rune is inscribed, the sense may follow.
I have a lot of work to do.
Their expression, rarely shifting in anything but small degrees, shifts in a small degree, which is significant, A very faint hint of impish smile for a moment. May I help?
I would deeply appreciate that, as you do know what this looks like now. Obviously, the studies are still important, but what I need is I need this rune inscribed, carefully hidden in a variety of locations. Obviously, some would be more difficult than others, and do not pursue those. Puts up two hands. Those I would need to do myself. But I am trying to... Wait a minute.
There is a question.
Yes.
It is not your rune.
Wither will lean down onto the floor and cup their hands over their mouth so Thessia and Xenion can't hear in this room. And with the intent of thinking of Thessia's grandfather, will speak.
Can you hear as well? We do not know. Time will tell.
It might not be a closed network, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No, definitely not. I mean, we're tapping into the same thing. That much is true. Thessia is really noodling, though, because an interesting detail is that when her grandfather had, like, actually shown her what it does, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had tracked, Xenion very specifically during that, like, explanation. So,
Yes.
those Xenion's in a different attire right now, aren't they?
This is true, yes.
Thessia's gonna examine all of her jewelry. Is there a little inscription on it?
You take, is your the thing around your neck, is that connected to your top, or are they separate?
It's a great question.
I guess you're getting naked.
I mean, if that's the case,
Because that's actually totally socially acceptable per Scani custom.
yeah, I mean, I think regardless if it is or isn't, I think Thessia, with, like, not even a care in the world, is like, hang on, hold on. Just, like, examines, like, what's going on with all my jewelry.
Yep. Yeah, you take a look there. Son of a fucking bitch. It's tiny on the interior side of the piece of metal you wear around your neck. The rune is inscribed at its base.
Well, how interesting. Should really debate scratching it out.
I'm sure he meant well.
I can't blame a man for his curiosity. I do the same thing. Though I don't know if I'd do it so sneakily to family, but... Huh. Well, grandfather, I would love to have a discussion with you later. Though, probably for a lot of things. I'll leave the rune for now. No sense in repeating myself time and time again. I'm sure that gets boring. Thessia puts the jewelry back on. Alright. Let's... She kind of claps her hands together. Let's do a little bit of studying around here. Figure out what all is necessary. And... after that, I need to figure out some other details. she's kind of considering Orcris and is like, I need to regroup with him and, like, figure out what is needed for our upcoming task.
Great.
Mhm.
Can't trust my eyes. Can't trust my mouth. Can't trust what's being said anywhere.
Well, I'm going to get to work here then. And you said that that elderly fellow Halkides?
Yes.
He's around, he's a trustworthy sort?
At this point in time, yes. Obviously, do be mindful, but I don't sense ill intent. I think more than anything, he just needed some place to belong.
Still does raise the question of why wouldn't your grandfather think Ninarel is important enough to plop a thing on?
I mean, she might have gotten wise.
Yeah.
Could be.
Well, oh, I didn't mean to ping there.
Bug on the ground.
Bug. Rat!
Bug!
Bug gets rid of the rune. Thank you for the quarters. We can describe it later so that Aram knows what map to make if necessary.
I don't know if we need a map, but yes, it looks lovely. I think the pinball table is a great addition.
Really is. The lava lamps.
I love foosball.
Foosball.
Thank you. You've designed the first combination foosball, air hockey, and pinball all in one table.
That's how I'm going to get back on top. I'm going to bring a whole new level of entertainment, and the nobles will be like, who cares that she made a hole? Look at this game. What did you call this? The Xbox? Fascinating device.
Holy fuck. With one of these, you could entertain the patrons of 3 Pizza Huts.
Wow.
Yeah. Raise your hand, you players, or you in the audience, if you too remember when Pizza Hut had pinball, and that was like why it was so awesome to go there and eat.
Oh.
Pinball and a lunch buffet, fuck me up.
A lunch buffet is crazy at Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Those
Yeah,
days
the
are
only
gone.
the catch was it ended at noon. So you had to eat
Ugh,
early
what?
lunch and you had to eat fast.
What
Oh,
the?
that's fucked up.
Man, I don't remember that. That's stupid.
But they had those terrible dessert pizzas.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's great.
Now if I want a terrible dessert pizza, I have to go to Cece's.
Oh, sure.
That's true, yeah. Okay. So, Pizza Hut aside, or Chris, you said you wanted to go, you wanted to talk to Kiln. Do you have specific questions? And is that something that you feel is important to roleplay, or do you want to just be like, I ask him this and this?
Yeah, we could do that off screen. What's this meeting with Glenn?
We need to get that done
We've
right now.
been putting that off for a long damn time.
I figured that was probably the next thing. If what you want to talk to Kiln about doesn't have anything to do with that,
It doesn't.
Okay, then we can potentially wait on that. So yeah, you know from Halkides has told you where you are supposed to meet Glint. It's a location in the Foundation district of Skan. And you have enough time still to go there, scope it out, and then probably do like one other set of things if you want to, or you can just do other things first, or you can just be like, fuck it, we ball and fast forward. I do not mind either way.
I can't think of anything we would be able to do to prepare for this. I know with Thessia's new bullshit, we might be able to get something rolling, but like, that's a whole other layer of planning. What do we think? I think we could just say fuck it, we ball.
I think we can also just say fuck it, we ball.
Sure.
Okay. Then give me just a second to use the bathroom, and then we can all
Yeah,
ball
let's do a
together.
pee break. Oh man, I love balling.
Woo!
Oh shit. We ballin'.
What's my theme of we're going to pee?
Bum, 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 bum.
You get debate music.
Yeah. Here, you know what? The rare use of my mood pleasant playlist.
Wow.
Things are rarely pleasant around here for long, but you know, damned if things aren't pleasant for this second while we all relieve ourselves.
Wow.
Be right back.
Yeah.
Wow, I sure do feel good relieving myself.
Right now. One thing I want to experiment with the distance rune is if I were to place that rune inside a fail rune, would I be able to just activate it from a distance? I think my other plan is...
You kind of already are activating it from a distance. Well, I suppose...
But I mean like actual like stone manipulation.
Yeah, because then you could like, you could just be anywhere and just kind of tune into the network.
Yeah, I think what my next
also,
plan...
it's become so much more important that we kill your fucking grandfather.
Well, we'll get there when we get there. I think what I am gonna do though is because it looks like I could link to my spiders, and I don't know if my grandpa can. So what I might do is make a shitload of those little spider discs, and like as I'm walking around town, just kind of like drop them.
Yeah.
Because like if someone picks them up, like who gives a shit? I can just make more, and then that just like spreads my network.
That's why I was thinking it might be cool if you build a cult, and that way the symbol can be seen all over the city as graffiti that we can use.
Yeah, this is true. I can literally have a spider web.
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be very useful. I'm sure Orcris will be pleased with this update of like, oh, I can spy on people from a distance now. Oh, shit.
I just do whatever the fuck I want forever.
Oh, that's nice. Great. Love to hear that. Sweeps my entire fucking apartment.
I was gonna say, what's going on in Orcus's house? Oh, you know, I'm just practicing my opera.
Doing some just doing some spring cleaning. Forever. Every single day.
In fact, I'm leaving town.
And you're not allowed in.
One thing...
Right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Go on.
I was going to say, like, one thing that's, like, I think has been very obvious, but is probably going to have to be addressed at some point, is that, like, Tiaminos absolutely knows we tried to kill him with poison. Like, there's no way he doesn't know. If the rune has been, like, in my clothing, like...
Yeah, that's why we gotta kill that motherfucker very fast.
Alright, let me disabuse you of these notions of pleasant times. And
no, we're gonna have a nice time, Aaron.
Oh, I guess I should, everyone's here, right?
Yeah.
And ready to resume? Okay. So, sometime later, the appointed general hour of your time to meet Glint draws close. And so you meet up and head to Scon's Foundation. And it's been a little while for most of you since you've been here. In fact, I'm trying to remember, I don't think Thessia has been here on screen at any point so far in the campaign. It's been Orcris and Wither exclusive. Here, let me actually, instead of just narrating on the load screen here, let's have a little more fun with it. Oh no, Wither is in
welcome to Poor Town.
Wither is in disguise again. Here we go.
We are cosplaying a shy guy.
It does kind of look like that, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm blue. What a lovely time. Has time passed that we've healed, or?
No, I don't think I'm gonna do that mid-session.
Fuck!
Sorry, girly. You already had one dub today. Chill.
You, don't get greedy and hope for 2 good rolls.
Hold
That'd
on.
just be ridiculous.
Why the fuck why am I still blue?
Oh, it's going crazy. Hang on.
It wants
What is your actual swing?
Oh,
that says
I
on your
dropped it
character sheet?
because I had
Okay.
presumed like
Okay.
I wouldn't have it
Then
anymore.
here, let's just. There we go.
Red light, green light.
Yeah, you make your way here. I'm trying to. Do you think like I can't think any reason you'd get down here much, but God, do you think Thessia's like virtually ever been here for anything other than heading straight through to the underground?
I mean, I think I did some trading here once.
That's right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, technically you went to the exchange,
Yeah.
but that's just near the surface underground. So, yeah, I suppose you've probably been here, although you probably haven't wandered among the parts of the district that were so heavily racked by the breath when it rolled through some years back.
Yeah. I think like as we go, I'm gonna, if I find like a decent little spot, I'm probably made a handful of those little like spider medallions, and I'm just like tossing them in little alleyways and other like nooks and crannies, just so that it's more points to latch onto. And Thessia's going off of the concept that maybe her grandfather can't connect to those because those are more personal. It's almost like her minor rune at this point. And I will, it doesn't need to be a scene, but like I explained to Orcris, I'm like, hey, when we do this, you can just say a signal word and I'll know what to do because I can just literally remote in.
Okay.
Zoom call.
You'll have to explain that one to me later. And then also I've probably created a code with my new person. Basically like a hand signal so that we know it's each other actually.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
Classic of the doppelganger genre.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's actually a good point. With this individual, Orcris, it might be wise if you are able to find an opportunity to create this. We'll talk later, actually.
All right.
Thessia keeps thinking about her grandpa just like listening in.
You make your way through.
I mean, would you ever wear that thing again if you like that specific one again if you knew that someone could hear you through it?
I think if that's the case, what Thessia might do is she might just leave it
I
at
imagine you have more than one, yeah.
Yeah, I think Thessia will leave it at the tower. Grandpa can snoop there and just presume I am studying. And I am going to double check all of my metal and even just like the cloth itself. I'm like, did he like sew one in too that I'm not familiar with? Like triple checking everything before leaving the tower.
Okay.
I only see that as half a joke.
Why don't you just go ahead and give me a roll to do. I think go ahead.
Because I did it in the tower. +2.
Sure, yeah, technically.
And my yellow is also a +2 now, right?
Yes, if you've got that. Oh, that's not equipped.
Oh, because
starting next session, you'll be able to equip that gift and benefit from that.
Then I'm just gonna use red as my random. Oh, okay. Well, so 15.
Let me roll something secret. Yeah, you check over your jewelry, your clothing, and you don't find anything else where it seems like that symbol's tried to be snuck in on the sly.
All right, then I will travel with this crew. Maybe try to have a cloak of some variety so I don't stand out as much, and yeah.
Grab another carpet.
Grab another carpet.
That
yeah.
might draw attention.
All right. You make your way through these dilapidated yet lived-in ruins. Orcris, it seems like you left some amount of impression on some of the people here, because a couple people are sort of like look actively like a little fearful of you, or like start to approach your group that clearly has at least one person who has money, and then are like, oh shit, it's that guy, and they just like are like and leave. Remembering how you interacted with the panhandler and the Wither prologue, where you're just like, I'll eat your fucking eyeballs, old man.
Yep.
So you are noted, but you are not impeded or put upon as you make your way toward the location Halkides described to you, which in fact is the still standing but long abandoned ruins of what was once a grand noble estate far, far back in Skon's history. The foundation was the heart of the city, and it was home to the wealthiest as well as the poorest. In fact, there was quite a bit of prestige to be found living there. And as the city has risen and risen, so has the wealth, to the higher and higher tiers inevitably every time a new one is established. And so the foundation was left behind, even before it was racked by the breach of the stolen breath some 30 years ago. And this mansion is a piece of Skani history that just happens to still exist in the present. And you know it by reputation, if not by ever having been here before. It's one of the many places that the more superstitious, including many of the district's residents, believe to be haunted, because the family that still lived here was wiped out when the breath rolled through. And so, in spite of it still offering some fairly nice structures that one could squat in by Foundation standards, it is not terribly popular. Only those without superstition, or who are desperate enough to disregard their superstitions, spend much time here. But for those, it is actually a sort of it's to some small extent a heart of the community. As you make your way along the road towards this, not even really along the road, you're basically already within the complex that made up this estate. Its marble buildings have in many places collapsed away entirely to ruin, but some still stand. And the location of your meeting is to be what was once a courtyard in this complex, and that now serves as a makeshift home and camp for many of the district's residents. You come up the road here, and this
Yeah.
this old white stone, sort of limestone man is slumped against the wall, looking like he's trying to sleep off afternoon heat in the shade here.
And yeah, I'm just gonna walk right past him. I don't give a shit.
Do I have like a water skin at all or anything like that?
I sort of imagine you'd typically bring one if you were going to be walking around the city a lot.
I'll be polite and I'll offer it.
Hey, what's that?
Just some water.
Oh, thank you. He reaches out and takes it. Takes a small sip and then a slightly longer one. Fair day to you, miss.
You too.
He sort of rolls over onto his side to face inward toward the wall to keep the light out of his eyes and tries to fall back asleep here.
I'm going to very casually just like drop one of my little spider coins, and not react to it. Just see if he'll take it and, just hang on to it. It's just spreading these stupid little things.
You see, he is kind of like, he's already sort of like trying to get back to sleep, but he hears it hit and kind of looks over to see it and sees that you're walking away and does quietly reach out and grab it, stuff it into his clothes.
I'll take it.
As you enter the main part of the camp here, you can hear a number of residents around, some talking, some simply sitting quietly. There's a couple children playing with very basic toys, and a small group of people here in this makeshift tent talking to someone that I guess Orcris and Wither you both recognize.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
Yeah, this is Sharides, a priest of the Foundation, who seems to be in the middle of some animated discussion with these two. He's gesticulating a lot and often laughing. Yes. Well, please, I do encourage you to come by the temple if there's anything I can do to assist either of you. And you show me that leg again. Yes. I think you're going to be all right, my friend, but you should take it easy for several days at least. Just try to keep the weight off of it. Eat as well as you can here, and remember there's more at the temple if you should ever need it. And please, if it's difficult to walk, just have someone come and fetch it. I'm only too happy to entrust it to them to bring back to you. Thank you, miss. Thank you, Master Shardy. Of course, my friend. You are part of my flock, after all.
Sharides, it has been too long.
Well, I should say it has. He reaches forward and comes in and just gives you a big hug.
Yes.
Orcris, one of my favorite people.
And you as well. How have you been?
I've been doing quite well. It's been interesting times lately, my friend.
Indeed.
For
Busy
better
as
and
well.
for ill.
Well, that's always the way of things. We take the good with the bad.
Yes, there's been a fair bit of each lately, I think.
And what brings you out here?
Well,
Aside from just doing the rounds.
Oh, mostly just that. Mostly just the usual. Unfortunately, the parishioners of my temple are a little more spread out than in some parts of the city, and a bit more itinerant in many cases. By necessity, I'm afraid. And so, it does not befit me to simply sit in my temple all day, waiting for people to come to me for guidance or for aid or for whatever else they may require. I try to spend at least several hours a day just walking the streets, being among the people, seeing who might require aid. Temple is uniquely positioned to provide it, whether spiritual or material, and I fear that many of the people under my care require the latter just as much as the former.
Well,
I'm left behind by all others.
As an arm of that temple, you leave those you touch in better condition than you left them.
I hope so, my friend. I hope so. I keep the faith that it should be so.
And that is the way it should be. Shame that all things are not the way they should.
Too true. Too true. His characteristic big broad smile momentarily becomes a bit somber. I must say, well, I suppose it's not too out of the ordinary to see you around here. But
No.
have you some business?
Business it is. At least this day. I have a small meeting I must attend.
Ah, one of the people you're trying to help, I see.
Indeed.
We're of like mind as usual.
And for that, you do me much honor.
He kind of curiously peers past you. Hello, my friends.
Hello.
Are you accompanying Master Orchrist on this day?
We are. We are good friends of his.
Ah. He moves forward, gives you a big hug, Thessia, or goes in for one anyway.
She reciprocates.
Whoa! Twice as
Many
effectual
arms.
as a normal hug.
Well, I aim to please. It's very nice to meet you. Though I think a name would be beneficial. I'm Thessia.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Charides, priest of the local temple here.
Oh, very nice to meet you.
Forgive my manners.
No, you don't need to apologize.
And I think you and I may have met. Yes, now I recall, you were Wither, were you not? One of the twice-born of the White Sanctuary?
Yes.
It's wonderful to see you again. I hope things have been well for you since that dreadful incident was resolved?
No.
Ah, well, such is the way of things sometimes. Gaia does like to place these trials before us.
Yes.
Well, we need not leave our business inhibiting you from completing yours. It was a pleasure to see you, Charides. We should catch up sometime.
Yes, I would very much like that. I say, Orchrist, with your ear to the ground, as it so often is, you haven't heard of any, disturbances in your neck of the wood lately, have you? And by that curious turn of phrase, your neck of the plateau, your arm.
What are woods?
I don't know, yeah.
In your curve of the cave.
Yeah. Must have picked that up from a traveler at some point. Don't even know what it means, really. I
have seen a forest, and it instilled me with more terror
Deep
than I
fear.
could possibly understand.
I never
Wood.
wish to go back.
Wood everywhere.
horrible.
Trees, horrible limbs reaching into the sky.
Blotting out the sun.
The what? Nothing!
Oh, yeah.
Nothing at all. I only ask because I've heard it put around that the Basilica of the End has shut its doors, which is most uncommon.
Basilica of the End. Remind me if that's something I've heard of.
You would certainly have heard of it in character. That is the grandest temple of the underground. It is set down at the heart of the Hallows, right next to the Great Well, and it is also the seat of power for the Domina beneath the earth.
I presume this has to do with, there was one session where at the end we got a flash of some guy breaking out going heh and was like running with something, we don't know what.
And Lupin the Third.
No, I must be so busy that I somehow missed that one.
What?
Well, it's really... Other than for the parishioners of the Hallows themselves, I suppose it's not something that would affect the day-to-day life of any other Scani, but it's been made a bit of a stir in the religious circle. And I know that sometimes, well, you have, your sights are wider and broader than mine, and so I was afraid there might have been some incident, another ghastly crime that you might be already tirelessly laboring to put right behind the scenes. And
Well, I've no shortage of those at the moment.
More trials. More trials we shall see each other through in time, I'm sure. Well, I suppose I shall just have to do a bit of investigating of my own.
Well, if you find, if you should need any aid in that regard, please do feel free to call upon me.
I will happily do so. And if you, I don't know, I suppose if you should happen to, well, we can settle this. We've already said we should catch up, and we absolutely should. I would love to receive you at my temple once again, but I don't wish to delay you from your meeting today, so I shall take my leave.
Of course. Be well, Shardies.
You as well, Orcus. Thessia, Wither.
Lovely to meet you.
Ah, yes, lovely to have the chance. I was afraid you might be executed before such a meeting could ever occur.
Yeah, thankfully,
I see
Remind
God
me,
had other
he was
plans
at the
for you yet. He taps
He
you
was
on
at the
shoulder.
tribunal, wasn't he?
He
Yeah.
was at the tribunal, yes.
Hmm.
I just really, you are correct, and so I should clarify that was a slight fuck up of how I RP'd him just now, and not intended as a clue that this is a secret doppelganger or something, since that's on the table potentially.
Yeah.
That
So,
one was on me. That one was on me.
I felt pretty clear. I felt pretty good that was actually him. I just remembered that he was there at the.
Yeah. He was there, although in fairness, he didn't really get to meet you.
no.
Mm-mm.
Besides, what if his name is short for Shara Disguise?
Oh!
Oh.
I'm sure he'd rather hear that than Sharadi's nuts.
Sharadi's nuts.
I won't lie, when we saw him, I was like, oh, he's nuts. Shara-D's nuts. That was him. All right.
That's right. That's my mnemonic for remembering his name. Poor guy.
Luckily, that doesn't exist in this universe. Unless.
Unless.
Not enough trees to have these nuts.
He gives you a deep bow and walks away, all his little gold chains jingling and a-jangling. Kneels down in front of this kid and begins playing with their toy along with them.
Kneels down to this kid, go to hell, and then walks off.
I'll kill you.
Die! Smashes his sandcastle.
No!
Let's see, which one is it?
Where do you want me?
Well, sorry to say, Thessia, you do stand out a bit.
Yes.
And so...
I mean, I like I said, I could also get, like, a robe or something.
Might be best to keep you on a nearby rooftop.
Mm-hmm. And so long as you hang on to this, like, little coin, and she'll give you a little spider coin. And even to just double check, I'm going to, like, invoke the Tiaminos rune to see if I could detect that specifically.
You good, Aram?
Yes. That's I'm role playing the sounds Thessia is making as she goes and tries to.
Oh, I see.
Cause, yeah, you reach out. So far, it seems like it only responds to the rune as you've learned it, and not to a design of your own.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Damn.
All right. I guess I misunderstood the question earlier when you're like, are you trying to tune into one of the spider coins?
Oh, so the reason I asked was because
might not
I
work.
knew
Tell
there
you
were
no.
people you had given coins to, but who did not have Tiaminos' rune with them, who were not on the list of people you could see there.
Okay. And if I invoke the rune right now, do any of us have lights on us?
Let's see. And you took off the
Yes.
your own thing. Yeah. You cannot extrasensorily perceive any of the three of you right now.
All right. So, to clarify, turns out that my grandfather has been able to snoop on me since day one.
What?
Yes, fun development. So, you know how I'm able to now use the rune appropriately to hear from a great distance? Well, it turns out I need to have that same rune in a specific location. At some point, he etched it into my jewelry. I do not have it on me, so he can't hear us right now. But
Arcris rapidly going through his memories to recall if he had ever suggested killing her grandpa in front of her.
oh, absolutely.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
shit.
Well, the question is like, but the thing is,
Now I have to do it.
well, the thing is he hasn't acted on it in any capacity. So we might have gotten lucky and he wasn't tuned in at the time.
But
Or he was fine with it because he was like, I like her moxie.
Like genuinely, that is also a possibility. And not to mention, because I literally saved his life, I don't think he's gonna do much because I sacrificed a lot to keep him alive, even after I had been like, I'll kill my grandpa. So
he was like, oh, look at, they were planning to kill me. That's cute.
yeah. So that's usually we're like,
How small is it?
how small is it?
Yes, the etching.
It can be very small. I honestly, when I was actively looking for it, I almost missed it. So that's why, if you want me to be able to tune in into your conversation, I would need to give you that rune. But are you comfortable with the possibility of him snooping as well?
For now, I suppose I could watch my words. And it wouldn't be that unusual, given what I'm sure he's already heard. Damn.
I apologize. Well, I only learned this today.
It's fine. You can't do anything about what you didn't know. That said, this is a fantastic ability if you were the only person who could use it.
I mean, it's still a pretty incredible ability, and I plan on learning how to use it more diligently and maybe even making modifications to make it truly my own in some capacity.
Splendid.
But in the meantime, I don't think I'm going to etch anything into your actual clothing or jewelry, but...
Oh, goodness, no. Where's a rock?
Yes, that's what I was going to suggest.
Here. I just pop out a little tile with a knife. Here.
Wither is, while they're doing that, they're taking the end of they're taking the end of their veil and inspecting it very closely.
Looking for what's in particular, the rune or something else?
Something small and indetectable. Something hidden in the weave.
Luckily, nobody around us lit up when she was looking earlier. So
correct.
At least Teominos' rune isn't present.
Yeah, you don't see anything in the weave that you don't recognize as having been there before, Wither.
It's not even that it's a new thing or something.
Yeah.
It's the weave itself.
We will think on this. Many possibilities.
Indeed.
I think Fessia's gonna do her best to be fairly, because we're in the middle of a road, and I feel like we should probably be.
Yeah, let's just stand off to the side then.
Yeah, and we don't have to
just over here in the shady corner.
Yeah, and I'll inscribe in the little stone, and then head it back to you, and just be like, once I'm in a proper position, I'll make another one so that I can actually zero in on you.
Very well.
A
And
little earlier, just spinning a little brass toy. Like, kind of dreidel-like. It's got, like, different sides. Spins, falls on one, just does it over and over.
very well, and when the murders start...
Are you just, like, saying this out loud?
No, I won't do that.
I won't scare the child. Not yet.
No, I'm happy to scare a child, believe me. There's no finer, more subtle joy in this world than frightening a child. In any case,
frighten the child.
It's such a delicate joy that is. Anyway, yes, let's be off. And like I said, a nearby rooftop would be good.
That's what I was thinking.
Try to scare anybody else up there away. I'm sure you could.
Yeah. So which building are they going to be going into?
All Halkides relayed to you was that you were going to meet him at the courtyard. He didn't say whether it was going to be in or out of doors or in a particular building, so presumably Glint expects to not have a problem just finding you when he's ready.
Oh, then I need to be away from you now. Yeah. Where to hang out?
You could just go up here. To the right?
Yeah, I'll just scoot my way up here and there is this lady though.
Scare her away.
You come up the stairs here.
Or give her a coin to go away for an hour.
See this woman sitting on a stool overlooking the courtyard. And she turns around, and actually you recognize this woman. In this particular case, not simply a reuse of the same generic. This woman's name is Kefali, and she was the sort of quasi-leader of the group of scavengers who were picking over the metallurgist workshop the other day. And you come up the stairs here, she turns around. Oh, it's you.
Oh, hello.
Thessia, wasn't it?
It was. Kefala, correct?
Kefali.
Oh, shit. You literally just said it. My bad.
Oh, no. Social take 1 damage.
Yeah. Kefali, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Lovely to see you again.
You're here, well. There's no point in being coy. You're here to see Glint, right?
I mean, there's no reason to lie. It's on my mind, to be certain.
Oh. He's a fair and principled man, is all I'll say. He's got some strong opinions, and they tend not to be real positive where upper class types like yourself are concerned, but
then we might actually agree.
Well, yeah. He's not he knows to look beneath the surface too, so just, you give him a chance, he'll give you a chance, okay?
And do you consider him trustworthy?
She doesn't pause for long. She meets your gaze very firmly. Yes.
Oh, I'll give him
He's
a
always
chance.
done right by us.
I'll give him a chance to beg for mercy before I slaughter him like a pig.
I'll help you die.
That's good to know. Well, thank you. There's not a whole lot left, but she offers her water skin, if it interests you.
No, I shouldn't drink right now.
Oh, it's just water.
She kind of
I shouldn't
pauses for a
drink water.
second, and then seems like she's like, ah, fuck it, and like decides to trust you. Takes the water skin, drinks a little. Actually, yeah, if you're here to see Glint, what you doing up here?
I must be honest. I'm playing survey. Because
Oh, same hat.
I guess that's only fair.
Let me be abundantly clear. I have no interest in conflict. But if something were to arise, I wish to be in a position to aid my friends.
She scoots back on the stool and reaches out, kind of stuffs a hand under the edge of her tent for a moment, and then slides something out. It's kind of a long rectangular package with a little leather flap at one end. Opens it up, and you can see the pack is full of javelins. Yeah, well, we're in the same land boat. Damn these expressions.
We're in the same minecart.
We're in the same minecart. Yeah. We're in the same minecart then, you and I.
Well then, do you mind if I stay up here?
I guess not. If trouble does break out, I'd rather know where you are.
Same, but I'm optimistic it won't be a problem. Besides, a little company isn't the end of the world.
You stand at the edge of the roof here, and she stands mostly next to you, just a little bit behind. It seems like she'd like slightly prefer, if anyone's gonna be slightly out of the main vision range of the others, she'd rather it be her.
Yeah, I think Thessia is going to actually like kind of crouch down, and I think she has already made like another stone with the distance rune on it, and that way she just has it like in the palm of one of her hands.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think she's just gonna sit there and kind of chill. She wants to make it clear of like, listen, I'm being honest here. I don't want to fight, and I don't want a problem. I'm just here just in case.
And while Thessia's getting into position, Orcris and Wither, do you have anything you want to do before we get to the main event?
Keep my knives sharp.
Yeah, taking the vibes of this place, especially since it's said to be haunted, but
Mm-hmm.
see if there's any weird familiarity to it.
I want to snort a ghost.
Yeah.
Wither, this place doesn't truly teem with souls as you've come to understand them, the way you've experienced in some other places, the way you sort of sense when you walk among the breath, or the way you kind of sense in the presence of the recently deceased or reforged objects. However, distinct from souls, this place does kind of smell, quote-unquote, like death to you. As if, whatever souls were here are long gone now, but there was an immense rush of them.
Mm-hmm.
The whole foundation kind of...
Dust.
All the parts of the foundation that the breath overran kind of have that feel to you. This place a little more so than most.
Interesting.
Can the two of you each give me a roll to do?
Let's roll to do.
That's not mine anymore.
Oh.
Okay.
Perhaps Wither.
Yeah, Wither hit with 17, so meets it beats. And Wither, as Orcris stands sharpening his knives. And you're sort of taking in the vibes. You notice two things. One is a slight shift in the vibes, as you get the sense that more so than just a collection of people independently going about their sad and simple days here, that sort of a collective attention is very gradually beginning to develop on the two of you here. And you notice, like a couple people who didn't seem to be sort of paying attention to anything before are kind of now looking your way. This rust-scaled man up here kind of like gets up, walks around the corner, looks at the two of you for a second, and like walks back for a bit. And whoa, my screen just jerked all the way somewhere else for no reason.
Oh.
I hope that wasn't everyone.
Nope.
Just jerked to him.
Yeah. And one man departs, and you can kind of feel energy converging here. And let's see, what mood do I want now? I guess let's stick with minutes later, this man with the dark red scales comes around the corner again and slowly makes his way down the road. Just sits down on the dirty stones here, stretches a bit, cracks the knuckles of one hand, and sets them to his sides, flops them onto his lap, and then looks up at the two of you expectantly.
So, you wanted to see me?
Glint, I presume.
That's right. And you must be Master Galden, then.
That's correct.
And you Wither?
He's got a scaly build with lizard-like ridges that run from the sides of his eyes over the back of his head. His skin is this deep rust color of sort of ruddy iron ore, and you judge from his appearance that he's probably only middle-aged, but like most of the people in this part of Skan, he wears the years very heavily from hard living.
Does he have two hands?
He has one. It's really funny. You just go straight to that pointed question. It makes sense.
He has one arm that juts out of his chest.
Constantly in the middle finger.
Yeah, I'd say it flips you off. His right hand is just sitting, resting on his leg. And he's wearing this very worn linen cloak over one shoulder that is currently covering the entire left side of his body, so you can't see his left arm or hand.
Okay, cool.
Well, is this enough of an accommodation for you? People around here don't typically bother with anything fancier.
It's fine.
All right, then. Have a seat. Or don't. Makes no difference to me.
Wither has
will
been
not.
sitting in the dirt.
I will not. And this is about the stealing of those artifacts, right?
Yeah.
Presumably. So what you know is that I believe actually the original reason you were inquiring about this man specifically had as much to do with the incident at the tribunal hall as the thefts. But
Mhm.
what you've been told of this man is he's kind of a transient who roams the lower reaches of Scon, the underground as well as the Foundation, and he's not exactly a Robin Hood. He's not known to like steal from the rich and give to the poor, but he's a sort of pillar of the community of the forgotten lower classes of Scon who have no masters, no one willing to employ them for a living, and who are otherwise, their only option is to fall upon the temple's mercy or starve or, die of exposure. And so he he's a sort of do-gooder to these people and known to particularly dislike the upper class citizens of Scon.
Mm-hmm.
And he has been known to get up to shit, not enough to ever get him in like committed to a term of slavery as punishment or like exiled from the city or executed, but he is known or suspected to get up to some shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is your dossier of this man from what you
Mhm.
know so far.
And he has some connection to he was just pinged as a source of information regarding the assassination attempt.
Yeah, well, you asked about him. You asked at the bricked window anyone uh, if anyone might who seems like they might be a person who'd be like have enough of a bone to pick and be like potentially crazy enough to actually just attack the tribunal hall.
I see.
And you weren't told like, yeah, we have evidence to suspect that it's him, but you were told like, I don't know, sounds like maybe some crazy shit Glint would do if he really had to stick up his ass about something.
Okay. All right. Well, essentially, what this comes down to is that there was an incident at the tribunal hall. It was what, a week ago?
Closer to 2 weeks now.
It's
Yeah.
probably a little more than a week, but yeah, it was not long.
All right. An assassination attempt of Lady Etria's top scrivener, personal scrivener.
Hmm.
After asking around, your name came up several times. Not as a guaranteed person who might attempt such a thing, but more of a person who might know something.
I see. And what's your interest in it then?
I happened to be there at the time of the assassination, and to my shame, I let the assassin escape. I'm just searching for the assassin.
Uh-huh. I've heard of the incident, yeah. I was told that the suspect they were looking for was one of the scriveners that worked there.
Indeed. I have reason to believe that that might not be true. Not that people aren't looking for that scrivener, but more that that scrivener may have been killed and replaced. With someone replaced by someone who could mimic their appearance.
Wow. I'm no purifier, but To me, it doesn't sound like the simplest explanation, but it's your investigation to do with. Orcris, go ahead and, I guess either of you could go ahead and give me a roll to do here, but, actually, no, I'm going to say Orcris specifically.
Okay.
Ooh, +2. Ooh.
I think we'll go right now. Yeah. Okay. Orcris, you don't have a really specific feeling, or more specific than this, but immediately as you described the incident to him and exchanged just a few words about what you already know and what you witnessed personally, he certainly knows more than he's gonna immediately be willing to divulge.
Okay.
Your initial, if you had to gut reaction it, was that he at least has knowledge of it, if not active involvement.
Well, I think the people of the Foundation would be only too happy to make clear to you that I really focus my time and energy down here nowadays. And as gratifying as it must be to walk in the hallowed halls of the Crown and such, I don't have a lot of business or interest in what goes on there anymore.
Has the flame died?
The flame.
You said anymore.
I used to be in the employ of nobility. Real borderline divine. Rarefied Scani. The greatest stock that our city can produce. I've worked for nobodies in the works too, and down here, up there, I found it exactly the same. Both cases, the only thing anyone wants from you is what your body's good for before you die. And down here, where that's all anyone has, I found it to be a more honest kind of place, and the right place for me. And so this is where I stay now.
No doubt. You'll find that I'm a different sort. I want nothing that your body can offer me. I want what your mind knows. At least in regard to this incident.
Go ahead and, I guess, I feel like you've kind of already, you've both kind of settled on an approach. You can each give me a roll to die here.
Okay.
It feels like right now you're gonna, based on how you're approaching him, that you'd roll to do with your orange. So if you want a lot, and lo and behold, you rolled great on your swing for that. So
Yippee!
Christmas presents for you.
While in this state, the poison. how, I'm just double checking here, how
Mhm.
long I'm able to pull on the aspect of Arate's
Of
bloom.
Arity,
Yeah.
until you choose to let it go or, absorb another one, or until the blue stat that you've duplicated is locked out, is locked out or wounded.
Yeah, I'll hop onto that then, fuck it.
Okay, here, let me get ready to make you... Oh, okay, it didn't schmorble you this time. Lovely.
Hooray. You suddenly just squint and go,
Sounds like bullshit.
Fuck. Lame if true. All right, so Orcris, go ahead and give me a roll to do. See if you can loosen this man's tongue with your polite words. Let's see. What do I want to oppose that with? I think we'll go... Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
So before I move on, usually you're very quick when you want to truth something, but I do want to ask if you want to truth before I move on.
I'll let it sit for now.
Okay. He kind of scratches the side of his face with his right hand, shifts a bit. Well, here's the thing, Galden. I don't feel like I have any real reason to trust you right now. See, I keep an eye out for the people around here, and I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of character most of the time. You have to be if you're gonna have to choose the lesser of many evils as a master, and from what I've heard, you haven't exactly used a light touch around here. When you've been interacting with people who, say, don't have a wonderful brain to offer you. I heard how you rumbled here before. How you just waltzed straight into a camp of people minding their own business, started threatening them, threatened to destroy their food, not even steal it, just destroy it right in front of them. And I just don't think that's the kind of thing a man should do. Not to people he considers his inferiors, not to people he considers his equals. So you're gonna have to give me something more than that to go on. Show me that you're not the man that others have painted you to be.
I'm about to switch to red.
Okay.
What was it?
Okay. So
I would drop my swing, right? Or do I just switch to the other one?
You would simply drop your swing until you get another opportunity to roll to die. You won't be able to try to lock in a red swing. So if you want to take red actions, quote unquote, you'd just be rolling to do with your red modifier, but a d6 instead of a swing.
I see.
You can put your bandana on though if you want.
Sure.
You want to look cool?
Yeah.
He watches you take off the one and put on the other.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Hang on a second. I'm about to put on my mean bandana. And oops. No.
Well, okay.
My mouse fell and it clicked off the page in such a way that it closed out of everything. So, which happens more often than you might think.
Well,
I mean, yeah, if you're under the witch's curse.
Yeah, well.
I mean,
it's awesome.
Actually, I say that like, haha, wouldn't that be silly? And then like, actually,
Austin.
Based on available evidence,
Yeah, the witch's curse. Let me just get back in. Give me 1 second. There we
You
go.
blew
Oh, I
the
gotta
screen
log
in front
back
of the
in,
sky.
huh? Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, I was trying to switch bandanas, but I dropped my other one. Now it got kind of dirty, and so I got to clean it off before I put it over my eye. You
What- give me one
understand?
second.
What kind of
I don't
man
wanna-
are you, Orcris? My bandana. My
Oh, no,
bandana.
my bandana.
my bandana.
Oh, it's red. I can't see it in the dirt.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Oh,
God.
where'd it go? I mean, I guess it would be better than if I dropped the orange one.
Knife attack.
Oh, now I've got him off guard.
You stupid
And now I've
bastard.
got him off his rhythm. Street smart.
Street smarts.
And what is it that makes you think you're any better than them?
Is this a rhetorical
What is it that
question?
makes you think that I wouldn't do the same or worse to you? They did nothing to me, and you're denying me. I ruined
Yeah.
their food. What of yours might I ruin?
Well, you've certainly taken a very different tack from the other day.
All I want is information. Information that you seem awfully quick to defend. If it was indeed something that you didn't have.
He looks at you for a little while, and then slowly his gaze shifts over to you, Wither. So, does Orcris here speak for you as well, and for that matter,
No.
for your master Thessia?
No.
I speak
And
for myself.
He speaks from his own heart in this moment.
Oh, I believe that.
And believe that it is a cold and wretched heart.
So, if I understand you, you slowly kind of second.
Before he even tries to get up, I will put my foot down. Like I'll kick him in the chest.
Okay. Like
I will broke no attempt to get any sort of advantage.
okay. How are we talking? Just like, nope, you're staying on the ground, just like
Nope.
press him down? Or are we talking just straight up haul off and kick him hard, like
I will-
enough to
I'll-
injure him?
I'll kick him as hard as I feel I need to keep him on the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and
Full hoof.
Go ahead. Oh yeah. Oh God, I forgot your
Mm.
fucking pyrite hooves. God, I hope Orcris doesn't have the kicking power of a horse. He's enough.
Ooh.
He's murderous enough as he is.
Oh no, I got special what
Satyr
what,
hooves.
what is it when you have the three limbs? What's that called? Or the
Tripod.
Yeah, you know the no. I
It's
mean
not
the
digitigrade, it's a
Di- Yeah, trigidegrade. I got special
Trigidegrade.
trigidegrade martial arts ready.
Oh my God, are you like a kangaroo where you like lean back on your scorpion
Mhm.
tail?
tail,
and then-
okay. All right. Well, in any case, go ahead and make a roll to do. I'm pretty confident you're in your right color, so go ahead and roll with your red stat, and he will roll to die.
And do I roll to die my red stat first? or-
No.
Okay.
Oh,
It's the truth.
You silly motherfucker.
I thought it
Okay,
might
let
be
me-
a 20.
Let me finish resolving his roll to die. I think he'll stick with the blue. Okay. So you are gonna truth this one.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, he begins to get up, and you lash out with a kick to keep him down, and it kind of your hoof thuds into his chest, which is quite heavy. His body is much heavier than it appears from his outward appearance, and so you're kind
I'll
of the
put my
momentum
full
sends you
weight
back
into it.
slightly until so you kind of kick him and almost like bounce off him for a second, and then you're, as if playing in reverse, your foot arcs back through the air, you flip back forward, and your hoof presses into him again, and suddenly this time he goes sprawling straight to the ground, and you kind of bear forward onto him and have your hoof planted straight on his chest.
Like right in the solar plexus. Knife out and ready to knife out. Well, I take one knife, I toss it down right into the space right next to his eye.
The knife thuds into the stone next to him. So Thessia, you're watching this. Do you have any reaction to that? First of
Really
all,
hoping this wasn't going to turn violent.
Yeah, no, Thessia is just like, looks at her and puts her hands up like, I'm gonna be real. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
yeah,
I don't know what he's doing, bro.
She is not really looking at you right now. She has reached into her pack. She is holding a javelin. She has one foot planted on the ground, one forward from her. You can't. Well, okay. You know what? Go ahead and give me a roll to do, Thessia.
Sure. I guess I'll do yellow because I'm trying to get the feel of the situation.
I want you to see how clear is your read of this situation. Okay, yeah. And let me give you a difficulty class for that.
Oh boy. Let me refresh.
Okay. Yeah. She holds a javelin here. You can tell she is winding back and reading her emotional state here. It's like a coin flip, 50-50. She might be just lining up a shot, or she might be about to just huck the javelin straight at Orcris. You have a moment if you wish to interact, or you can wait and see which of those she's doing.
I am going to just very quietly with like, wait, please, I don't know what he's doing, but if he wanted to go for the kill, he would have done it by now.
She looks to you momentarily. Let's see. I think you're in the right stat anyway. I'm not gonna make you roll to do again. I think I can use your 18 for that. Actually convincing her to stand down, slightly higher difficulty class. Let's see if you do it.
Woo!
She
I swear this is not what I wanted. I don't know what he's doing.
The javelin's shaking in her hand from how tightly she's gripping it. She keeps her gaze focused on Orcris and just from the side of her mouth says to you quietly, I don't know what he's doing either, and I don't care that much. If I see him make another move like that, this is going straight into his chest. And I suggest you don't try to stop me. I suggest you try to stop him.
She just silently nods.
Back here.
And so, I don't know what wicked band of assassins you seem so ready to protect, but I'm gonna reach down. I'm gonna pull back on that. That cloak.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't already like fling his arms in the air to try to catch himself as he was falling, and I want to see his hand.
Okay, you flip back the cloak, and underneath you can see his right arm is bound up in a sling of snakeskin leather, and you can see I I guess you can, yeah, I mean, you can, yeah, it's not really obscuring your vision enough. So you can see his left arm is that same red scaly complexion, down to the hand, which is heterogeneous. It is a filigreed silver. It's so unusual, so different from the rest of his body, that it's quite an uncommon sight to see a Scani body like this. Even though it's not
sir, have you been grafting, my good friend?
Even though it's not uncommon for Scani bodies to have heterogeneous mineral like streaks or different limbs be different
To
things
have it
like
cut off so solidly.
Yes, it is unusual. And also you can see, getting a closer look, the silver is very finely filigreed and ornamented. It's very it's the kind of thing that rich people might do to their own bodies, to enhance the visual effect, or might even grow naturally, the way that Ninarel has that natural metal leaf pattern growing up part of her face. But it's certainly at odds with everything else about him visually, and not something you'd expect to see on someone who purports to feel the way they do about, classism and such.
And I presume that this silver goes to like approximately the same.
It goes to about it cuts off very abruptly at like the wrist.
Okay, so
or thereabouts.
So yeah, this is our guy. Like, but he's got some weird bullshit going on.
Don't make it to the tribunal hall very often, do you? And yet, I suspect you've been there recently.
Well, I tell you this. I may not be able to be of a lot of help to you in your investigation, but maybe, if it's still something that's bothering you, I can help you look for that fucking coin purse. He's going to initiate a conflict here.
Cool.
And I think we probably actually want to just do that conflict next time.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
For timing's sake, don't want to be looking at the clock like, oh God.
They're just sitting there in the dirt like, what the hell?
What the fuck?
Nessie was like, this will just be a conversation. And it escalated so fast, and she's like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know.
Because I don't want to hurt just random people.
I mean, I guess he's probably not a random person. The rest of the people here, well, we'll see. We'll see who gets hurt next time on Beginning of the End.
Oh, God.
Maybe you won't hurt random people. Maybe random people will hurt you.
I mean, that's
you know what? Good for them.
Dude, I'm wounded right now. Like,
yup.
Fuck. All right. I gotta play real smart.
Oh, man.
It'll be all right.
Oh, man. Oh, man. The spicy route, which was always the most likely route, given what was already known and how Orcris be, but I thought maybe I was like curious, like I wonder.
I mean, it could have happened.
It could have.
I just was
feeling mean that day.
I haven't gone the spicy route in a little while, and
yeah, it's true. You were a
need to
very
remind
good
people.
boy. You spent the whole first part of the session being like, damn, this, all right, here's your regular soup and a nice bed and fucking whatever. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Enjoy
Stupid.
the hospitality of my house. Stupid.
Go to bed, bonks her with a rock and leaves.
Yeah. Punk.
I didn't even make you sleep in the dungeon.
You're so
That
lucky.
was on the menu.
Look at me.
Thank me for this.
I'm a fucking saint. All I did was take advantage of your exhaustion to make you feel bad and awkward.
I didn't even make a reservation at my lair B&B.
Yeah.
Look at you. All right, let's. Shall we go ahead and call it there?
Yeah, say bye, folks.
Bye.
Bye. Me just. Oh, loud music. Me just racing to disentangle my earbuds with like 12 seconds left on the VOD. Cliffhangy. I remember when we played this session, I was very, like, I didn't expect it. You know how it always goes. You're like, all right, this session's going to be built around Encounter X. And then it takes the whole session to get to Encounter X. And you're like, well, we're not starting it at the 3.5 hour mark. So sometimes that's how it goes. Cliffhanger as the way of the... It is appropriate to Scon, yes, indeed, that it be a cliffhanger. Oh, I just realized, I don't know if Oz is on Discord. I'll hop in case Oz wants to also debrief with me tonight. We have a couple pieces of fan art I'd love to show off before we close out the stream. First of all, we had one submitted, not live, but just on the Discord in between weeks that I still want to really show off. This is from Lemieux about a previous episode.
Yes.
Yes. Good Gaia. Gaia's Good, the podcast. Hello, you are listening to Good Gaia. Gaia is Good, the podcast. We have a very special guest today. It's the same guest we always have.
Hello.
Gonna need a directional pickup pattern for this one. Thank you very much.
Really cute.
Thank you very much, Lemieux. I said it on the Discord. I remarked as much, but Lemieux has this very cute, cartoony style, like almost, I don't know how to describe it, almost Kirby-esque in a way that is so hilariously mismatched to the content of this game that it's really funny. And Lemieux also a longtime Eben Ward fan, so I guess it was just meant to be. Max Whimsy, that is a good way to put it, Emilio, thank you. And then from tonight's stream, let me make sure I give the correct credit here. Yes, this is indeed from Purdy Poofs. That scene. Hey mom, got fired today, but don't worry about it, I got it handled. Also, don't talk to my boss. Also, I'll talk to grandpa. Also, the mines were sabotaged. What else can I say to piss you off? I love my daughter. I'm not angry. 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 Oh, man.
Jesse's face is really good here.
Yeah. Tugs,
Collar.
neck jewelry piece. Yeah, Thessia giving some uncharacteristic energy there. Dare I say, almost like borderline LeFou energy.
Yeah.
Gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Thessia, feeling so down in the dumps.
Enough!
Also really love Arati's expression here. Very wonderful contribution, Purdy Poofs. Thank you very much. If you would like to submit fan art during the show and have it shown off during stream, there's a link to the official Discord on the page right here, and I'll drop the link in chat as well. That's the Stabbiness Discord with channels for all of the shows on here. And once again, if you'd like to see more beginning of the end, all the episodes are on the Stabbiness YouTube, and they're also all on my Patreon for the show, along with a whole bunch of bonus content. We got maps, we got characters, both specific and generic, we got lore dumps, we got concept art, we got bonus episodes. It is all there for you if you are interested in diving deeper.
Tom Laughlin Patreon has it for you.
Yeah, Tom Laughlin has it for you. Tom Laughlin has it for you. It's a Laughlo original. It's literally on Tommy.
Just Tom Champion.
Wonderful. Well, thank you everyone who came out to watch tonight. We're getting perilously close to the climax of this second arc. As I think you can tell, things beginning to pop off here and there. What will happen? What beginnings are yet to be ended? I stayed clean for several weeks, but I'm back on the non-pun bullshit.
Rehab,
yeah, the end of the middle. Sure, let's go with that.
Sure,
and for now, we'll bid you all a good evening. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. That'll be 6 p.m. Eastern Wednesday on twitch.tv/stabbiness with another new episode. Hope to see you all there, and for now, have a good night, everyone. Farewell.